Gemini, we've got 3 out of 4 major cards on the table for you today. Come on in, let's talk about it. All right. So I brought in the Magician from last week, and then, of course, I've got your overall card from the 2025 reading, which was the World, and your second week of February card from the February reading, which was Death. Death is major for Scorpio. The Magician is the major for Gemini, and those other two I'll talk about in a second. However, again, with that Death card, that could just be signaling that you're going into something new and something else ended, and that makes a lot of sense when you see the Magician as the last card from last week bringing us into this week. The Magician is the first card of the major arcana, if you don't count the Fool, because he's 0 and he goes around either way. And the Magician has an infinity symbol. It's a definitely like a first step on a journey, and you're using your magic. So the Magician also has all 4 suits represented on his card. So it is a Gemini card for me because it's ruled by Mercury, but it does bring in basically all of the elements. So you've got the resources you need. And then we got the Page of Cups today, which is telling me that, well, it's Valentine's Day for one thing, but there could be a nice message of love coming in. And I always have to mention, if you're single, watch out for the catfish because he's got a fish in his cup. But that's because this cup has got a lot of water, which symbolizes emotion. And it just is maybe a younger person in your energy, someone younger than you. But that's beautiful right here next to the Empress, the most feminine card of the deck. She represents fertility, and obviously there are more pomegranates on this card, so a little bit related to the High Priestess to me. High Priestess is obviously the highest in rank, but the Empress is a extremely close second. So just looking at your numbers here, we've got 3, 1, 21, 13, and 11. All right. So, yeah, it looks like for this week that you've got a nice message of love coming in. There's femininity. If you're in the market for trying to start a family or having, well, get pregnant, to be blunt, or you're like me and that's not an option, either way, it can represent something having to do with, again, fertility, pregnancy, or just the absolute feminine nature of this card applying to your week. And I love the red for Valentine's Day too. So, yeah. And as usual, we will be bringing these cards that Empress is going to follow us into next week, and those same 2 cards for your overall as well. But wow, that's actually 4 out of 5 if you count the Magician major cards. That's huge. Gemini, you continue to get awesome readings. I look forward to continuing your story next week, and I will see you there.